Close.
padlocked on the outside.
Perfect. We just close the door then. Just close it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Who searched? What was your search check?
I did. It was 11, but I have a -1, so it's 10.
You find a single pair of coveralls because you only have one gardener.
Yep.
It's sized for a relatively burly human male. So you can put it on, but it will not fit you particularly well.
Okay. Is it like easily noticeable?
Like, what do you mean? Like, could somebody pick you out of a crowd wearing it, or is it obvious that it doesn't fit you?
Like, is it very obvious that it doesn't fit me, and could people pick me out of a crowd?
It is very obvious that it doesn't fit you.
Wow, man, that thing really doesn't fit you.
There's nothing like clothespins or anything like along in the back where I might be able to try to pair that with my disguise to make it look like it fits me more.
I don't know that you would find clothespins in a gardening shed.
Yeah, I know.
You might find something else.
Okay, I have a traveler's outfit. I assumed I was always wearing that. Am I wearing overalls on top of my traveler's outfit or no?
Yeah, you're probably wearing coveralls over your regular clothes.
Okay, can I take off my Exterminex then and put that in my backpack and wear my traveler's outfit instead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I proceed to do that. So now I have
you think Durkin and Douchey would do the same?
Yeah.
Do they have travelers' outfits?
That's a good question. I don't know if they got one.
Presumably they have some kind of clothes under their coverall. Like, you don't have to wear your coveralls.
Right. Yeah, we take that off. Now we're like...
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the whole point of a coverall, is that you step into it wearing your street clothes.
Yeah.
And then you step out when you're done.
Okay, so all of us have now proceeded to move our Exterminex coveralls into our possessions, and we are now in our street clothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Douchey probably never had coveralls, because it was his first day.
So hopefully he just won't be recognized. That's pretty much all we can do for him.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I mean, can you think of something? If you can make a case for something being in the gardening shed that you can use to make this thing look like it fits you, I'll let you do it.
No, I think it would be a bit too improvised. I can't think of something immediately just by searching around.
Okay.
Though I guess it's still something to wear over my prostitute outfit now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how many outfits you have, Natra.
Yeah, I got my regular clothes. I got my Exterminex outfit. I got Cleric's Vestment. Look, disguises are important, all right? Got my gardener's outfit.
Are your parents going to be able to hide us if we go inside?
Not right now. They're in the middle of a meeting with the police.
All right. After that, obviously.
I have a complicated relationship with my parents.
Oh, this again. Okay.
I think I can depend on them to not rat us out, as opposed to providing a safe haven for us. I would say unlikely, or at least not for very long.
Cool.
So we would need a backup plan, and I wouldn't mind trying to think of one right now.
There's the rivers that are joining together, right? Like in the backyard, I'm assuming, of this house? Is that correct? Of a map of the Unatra estate?
No, the rivers join like downtown. So you went away from the joining of the rivers, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. So it's sort of like a city's kind of like a slice of pizza, basically.
Yeah.
So the tip of the slice is like the like sort of very urban area. It's the earliest parts of the city.
Yeah.
Most of the buildings are pretty run down. A lot of urban blight, etc. There's a like really abutting right up against that. There's an incredibly nice area where all the super wealthy people live. That's where you are. That's next to the office district and a sort of middle income district.
Where in the slice of pizza is that?
This is sort of like an arc just above the very urban area. So like in that, there's sort of like an arc. It's split in half, and like the right half is an office district or a business district, if you will, And the left is like this middle income area, and sort of right on the border between the middle income area and the office district, but only in like the lower half of the slice, there's this very high income area. It butts up right against the sort of urban low income area,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's another band beyond that is largely suburbs, schools, shopping malls, that kind of stuff.
Cool.
And beyond that, it becomes sort of like slowly as it goes out, sort of more rural and farming. There's a sort of there's various other towns like dotted along the river that are like technically their own town, but have kind of been subsumed by the larger West Wend metro area.
Cool.
Okay.
So we're definitely not near a river at all then.
But you are like in the heart of the city right now.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, you've basically maximized the amount of city you have to cross in any given direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, if I'm lucky, if we're lucky, they might provide us some disguises along the way. Maybe just some clerical outfits. Seems like a pretty blasphemous reason for using it, though, so I wouldn't bet on it. But
We're not sure. You got to talk to your parents and ask them why the Cups are even talking to them. We need to figure out why we're being. Like-
yeah, that sounds like a good thing. But right now we can't do anything in here. We might try to wait it out in the shed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Check that. I would just say we can't really lock it from the outside. So if they notice the padlocks is unlocked, we can't really
Do anything about it.
If we find another place, we could just try to close this door. Like I'm assuming we closed the door behind us.
Yes, we did.
Kind of hope they don't notice us. Is there like a window from the shed?
Yeah, there's like small windows that are high up. It's not like a greenhouse or anything, but like there's some small windows just to let some natural light in.
Okay. Is there any windows, side-facing windows?
Define side facing.
So I can see outside, like let's say see the house from here.
Yeah, you'd have to get a boost, but you could get up to that.
So I'm assuming Douchey can boost Unatra up.
Sure.
Right.
Or whoever's actually better at scouting, if it's you or Durkin as well. Basically, just to see when the police leave.
Is that like a search roll or what? Is with scouting?
I mean, that would be a spot.
That would be a spot roll, yeah.
So whichever of you idiots has the highest wisdom.
I have 4 for spot.
Yeah, he has it in his actual ability.
Right. But also, you can't see the driveway from here.
That's right.
So you can sort of see the street, like if you look past the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be able to catch the cops driving up or down the street.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Okay, but they could also see people approaching, like if they exit out the back for whatever stupid reason.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be able to
yeah, I mean, I don't know that you're really going to be able to just like stand at the window. Like it's a pretty small window. Like have you ever been in a basement and there's those little windows that are like high up on the wall by the ceiling?
Yeah.
It's something of that like nature. It's just big enough to sort of let some sunlight in. It's not really designed to be used to look out of.
Right. I'm trying to think of ways to figure this out.
Otherwise, we'd have to wait in here blind for about an hour, or however long you think these type of things last. And
So if it's like mid-afternoon,
not
like probably 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. If you do 8 hours, you could probably 3 of you could get some rest in here, while a 4th stands guard. And then it'd be the midnight, 1 in the morning, something like that. So that's also an option. You could try and wait it out in here, and actually get some HP back.
Yeah, I feel like waiting. I don't know about 8 hours, but we could try to wait it out. It's not like they'll check the thing, and if we have one person guarding,
Isn't 8 and we have to do 8 total hours for 1 HP back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Per level. I mean, you'll start healing more as you level up, but yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. But it's I think that sounds like a fine idea. We have enough food, certainly, to do that.
I'm not sure. Are your parents clerics?
yeah, I I think that's what I said. Clerics or paladins, I forget which, but they're part of that order. Why? What's up?
Oh, just
No, I
they
don't know.
might have healing magic.
Oh, yeah. No, that's something they can. Look, I'm pretending. I'm basically expecting the worst. Well, no, I'm expecting a little better than that. I expect them to not sell us out, but I expect them to also not help us in any way, shape, or form. So, while they can heal us, and while I'll try to convince them, I'm not expecting them to actually do it.
Sure.
That's my viewpoint of this.
All right.
My character's not jaded at all.
No.
Perfectly healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm willing to do that, and I don't know. You know what? Durkin should freaking stand watch. I don't know if he has the best stats to.
He's the only one without any injuries.
Yeah, that's why. So I kind of want to.
Can Durkin stand and see that window or no? I'm assuming no.
No, none of you can see out of it while standing.
No.
Okay, so Durkin's just gonna
Watch would basically just be like, stay awake with your crossbow pointed at the door.
All right, Durkin, you do that. We're gonna snooze for 8 hours and then wake up around 1 a.m. and ask your parents why the cops came by.
Yeah.
Well,
You have a better plan? Because I really don't.
is there a telephone in here? Can I
What the
search?
fuck's a telephone? I don't know.
What do you mean? What the fuck's a
Telephone does
telephone?
exist, right? Yeah, telephone does exist.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually
It's
my.
not electronic. It's probably magically powered, but yeah.
There's a phone.
No, not in the shed. But
Oh man.
telephones do exist,
Okay.
or something like them. They're probably in some kind of enchanted rock with a message spell on them.
Got it. Okay. I guess we rest for 8 hours and then we're gonna knock on Unatra's parents' house at 1 a.m., waking them up, asking them questions.
All right, all four of you are going to go to the door.
They're not going to be fond of that. Wait, what are we going to the door?
At midnight. At midnight when we wake up.
So should we do the resting first and then deal with the ingress plan later?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to do the rest of it first.
Yes.
Everybody gets +1 or -1 wounds or +1 HP, however you want to think of it,
Okay.
per level.
So I'm back at 5. Oh no, I'm back at 4. Oh my god.
Because I hit you in the head.
Yes, thank you. I'm back to where I started at the beginning of the fight.
You're welcome.
Oh god damn it. Is it event free? Did anything happen?
Yeah, nobody comes looking.
Okay. So before we walk up, or before I walk up, because I think I should walk up first, maybe. We should check to see if the police carriage is still there. Just in case. They're not like doing a stakeout or anything. So Alan Mark, you want to help me check?
Yeah, sure. I'll go with you. So we leave our two companions in the shed.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, sounds good.
I know
So-
the area, and you have the best spot check. to
All
look
right.
around.
So what do you want me to do? Roll for move silently, and then roll a spot check to check the front.
I think so. Yeah.
Does that
Let's
work?
start with the move silently.
All right, let's move silently, shall we? So is it me and Unatra moving silently, or what? Or just me?
If you're both going,
We would both have to.
All right, done. All right,
I'm.
ready?
Yeah, I'm not really particularly checking. I can move silent.
A 2. 2 2 plus 5 equals 7.
I have 10 minus 2.
So
8?
7 and 8 for
Wow.
move silently.
And I'm the one ahead. That's amazing. It's the middle of the night. I try to take extra caution, but I mean, if someone's there, like right outside, we're I think we're gonna be heard.
mm-hmm.
If they're there, hopefully they're not.
The police have left.
Okay, cool. All right, you want to knock on the door? It's your parents' house, Unatra. I mean, you want to knock on the door? It's your parents' house.
Yeah. I'll knock on the
Give
door.
it down. Give it down.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay, knock on the door. That's cool.
Is anyone awake to hear that?
Is there a doorbell or something?
Yeah, I mean, would your parents shell out for a nighttime butler?
I mean, they're not as uppity as Adriana York, so I guess it's a matter of how likely that is for someone of their status.
I mean, it's about 50-50. Some people do, some people don't. Like, the Yorks, of course, have live-in staff, but most other people are split.
Hmm. Yeah, that's really tough for me. So, do you want to just roll for it, or you want me to roll for it, or do you?
No, that's fine. Yeah, we can say they don't have a nighttime butler.
Okay, so they don't have one, right?
Nope. So nobody comes to the door. I assume you were just knocking sort of normally, or are you really trying to wake somebody up?
No, I was just knocking normally. I didn't want to get the neighbors or anything like that.
Okay.
Do I know where my parents' window is?
Yeah, probably.
Is it in the front side or the back side?
Probably looks out over the backyard.
Okay. Ah, man, this is not going to be the funnest thing for me to do. I'm going to go back to the back, pick up some rocks that hopefully won't break a window, but will make a sound on their side. And
this is a little bit better kept a yard than that.
okay. So what? I have to go out to find some rocks to. Is that what you're saying?
Just anything you find is going to be of a fairly decent size.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like is almost like there's going to be rocks, but like not pebbles that'll only make a small noise. Like any rock you pick up from the yard is going to stand a pretty decent chance of breaking a window.
Do we have shitty shoes? Like
I have a bell.
Pebbles collecting those shoes from our Exterminix outfit.
I have a bell.
Yeah, I don't want to wake the neighbors. That's the problem.
No, I don't think anything would have been collected in your shoes that like would be useful in this situation, right? Like, as it turns out, there's a very narrow range between large enough to throw accurately and small enough to not break windows.
Yeah. And I'm guessing like your arrows would just smash through windows.
Yeah, 100%.
It seems likely.
Don't you have a doorbell or something? Don't you have a doorbell or something to this house?
Is there a doorbell for the house? Is there such a thing?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, I'll ring that. The neighbors are less likely to hear that, and they should hear that inside.
Okay.
I'll ring a doorbell.
Bing bong.
So you're ringing the doorbell at the front door?
Yes. So is there one in the back?
Probably not.
Okay, I was gonna.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, if there was one in the back, I'd prefer that, but no.
No. So you ring the doorbell once? Is that what just one ring?
Yeah, just one ring. There's no like secret ring with my family that I'm aware of. So.
Yeah. Nobody seems to wake up to that one ring.
Holy Christ!
Time.
Where are your parents?
I mean, they're probably up there, but how many of us actually wake up to a single ring of the doorbell?
Yeah. And then if they don't wake up from that, I'm gonna do a triple ring. Like that annoying one.
Right, where you like jam on it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you start to hear some sounds from inside the house.
Okay. Do I know they can see out the front or something? Like
no, I mean, so there's a set of stairs that goes up to the upper level. There are rooms upstairs that look out over the porch, but
it's pretty far back. You'd have to stand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd be able to look basically directly down.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna stay in the front.
I'm with you, right, Unatra?
Yeah, you're with me.
Okay.
Of the other people there, you're the one I trust with the impressions the most. Actually, you know what? Including all of us, I probably trust your impression the most with my family.
Okay.
Which is...
Right.
I mean, Durkin does have a +3 to charisma.
He does.
I got nothing.
I just don't like... I don't like Durkin talking to my parents.
All right. So you hear feet on the stairs, and then the door opens, and your father is standing there wearing like a breastplate over his pajamas.
Hey!
Hastily donned breastplate over his pajamas.
Is that something he normally does, like, in the middle of the night if he...
No. That's not... But also, doorbell at 1 in the morning is not really something that happens a lot.
Okay.
In this community, so...
Alright. I'm like, hey, Dad. How's it going?
He just kind of stares at you in disbelief. And he snaps out of it and he's like, Unacha, come inside.
Okay, I'll go inside.
And who's with you?
This is one of my friends / coworkers.
Hi, I'm Alan Verk.
I think we're kind of in the same boat. Me and him.
Uh-huh.
And there are actually 2 others I had wait out back. Should I go get them?
No, not yet. Just come inside right now.
Okay, we go inside.
Outside, he closes the door behind you and sort of peeks out, trying to see if anybody else could see what was up. Do your parents have names, by the way? Have you named your parents?
I have not, so I'm gonna I could let you create that. I can't think of something immediately. I mean, just their last name is Chorster.
Yeah.
I would assume it's like classic paladin cleric names. They're very
Like?
they're more about being good than being rich. Yeah, they just happen to be a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
More about their worship of Pelor and that type of stuff.
Mm.
My character's not jaded.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the right category for this name generator.
Man, are we gonna like flesh out everyone else's story this much?
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh.
Right? I mean, that would be the key.
That'd be great.
No, I like it. I for some reason when you said it, I kind of thought it would just be like side things, but this is like, our first quest is heavily involved.
We went through some shit. All right.
Yeah, like Adriana York. Like when you said Adriana York, I was like, okay, some random person, but like I didn't expect to immediately go to my family for.
So to be fair, I didn't expect to wind up at your family's house today either. So.
Oh, okay. All
this
right.
has been very organic. Yeah, I think like a lot of DMs want to like plan out your whole path. I try and create like
a few contingencies
3 or 4 paths
as
that
we
you
complete
probably
all of them.
And then if you're not into those paths, I make it up as I go. And I had 3 or 4 different escape routes out of the brothel, but they all kind of required you staying there until the heat passed over. So when you guys were like, "Fuck this, we got to get the hell out of here."
Yeah, all right. That wasn't.
It's not right or wrong. It's
yeah,
not
exactly.
It's just
that's
not
what I was gonna say. Like it seems like it's something that we could have organically said, and you probably threw us a bone in the sense that you had her come in instead of us just sneaking out and losing some money for no good reason.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I mean, I kind of expected you guys to like bargain with her for time, and I was gonna try and extort you a little bit. But...
Oh, she seemed so uninterested. Like I was like, nah, we'll just leave whatever for the time.
I'm having real trouble coming up with names for your parents.
Just make up some right now.
We can make that up later. We can just kind of. It's up to you.
No, Unatra, just make up a name. Just make up names for your parents right now.
I can't make it up that fast. It took me a while to come up with my Unatra spelled with 3 A's. All right.
All right. Your father's name is Deglan. Deaglan.
Deaglan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where's my background? Sorry. Whatever. I'll just type in the special abilities. Deaglan. Wait, sorry. That's all right.
Deaglan. Deglan.
Okay. Deaglan. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your mother's name is Roisin. Roisin.
SIN. Okay, and they're not here. She's not down here right now. Right?
No, she's upstairs.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so he ushers you inside and says, "When after the police were here today looking for you."
Okay, so I, as much as I have a bad relationship with them, I trust them in terms of like that whole doing good thing. So I pretty much tell them exactly what happened.
That's a long story.
Can you? Yeah, can you?
Okay, I
do
tell
some
them
role playing, man.
things I'm most worried about. So I tell them that we were hired by Adriana York as exterminators. I don't even remember if my parents know that I'm an exterminator currently. Well, they do now, if they didn't before.
Yeah.
And I tell them that it was a simple job. There was a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
That there was a.
It was an old farmhouse.
The old farmhouse, yeah. That there was a padlocked door to, and we went down. We started exterminating things, and we found a whole what appeared to be underground secret old, celebrating Arenthal. And while I don't know that Adriana York herself was particularly connected to it, when I came up, she pointed the cops towards us for no reason that we're aware of. I tell them that.
All right.
And I even show them the religious vestments I found down there.
Your father believes you. You can tell. But he's deeply troubled and has no idea how to respond. Sort of furrows his brow. And like his eyes drift off. They lose focus, and he goes, "Okay, bring your other friends inside. I'm going to go get your mother."
Okay, I go and get them. I go and get Durkin and
Dushi.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do I just stay in and be like, thanks, Unatra's dad? For,
I suppose that's up to you. I didn't tell you to follow me, so.
Yeah. I'll just
You just hang out awkwardly in their kitchen, like,
be like, so,
this is my life now.
okay.
Yeah. So you go get Dushi and Durkin, and
Dushi says,
your father goes upstairs and grabs his wife. And they come downstairs, and they introduce themselves. So they come back down before Unatra and the others get back, because there's a little bit of a trek to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "I'm sorry, I failed to introduce myself. I'm Deglan Chorseter. This is my wife, Roisin."
hello.
Allenberg, you said it was?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. He takes off the breastplate that he had been hastily wearing. It takes a couple minutes. Are you all right? Like,
We're fine. It just seemed like Unatra said, everything Unatra said was, as far as I can tell, that's as accurate as we can get with what happened. We have no idea what went on, but we're fine. We're fine.
Here's a bit of information you know that I didn't tell them. When I saw the shrine, I destroyed it. when I saw the shrine that I was pretty sure was celebrating Arenthal or whatever his name was.
Mm-hmm.
With like a massacred rat on it, I destroyed that.
Yeah, no, that's a piece of information that Unatra left out. That's I think what we're communicating.
It was a piece of information that you didn't know why I did it.
Okay, I did not mention.
You saw me do that. You saw me see something on the shrine, and then I destroyed it, and I tried to pass it off as no big deal, but
it was clearly a very big deal.
Yeah, clearly it was a very big deal to me. So
okay, wait, I'm confused. Do you want me to say that or no?
No, I'm saying whether this is what you know.
Just filling you in, because you
weren't
Hector
here.
missed
Yes.
that moment.
I'm saying
Yes.
at this moment, you might take that opportunity to mention that to them. I don't know if you decide to. That's up to you.
I decided not to.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. We got bit by a couple rats, Thus is the job. But otherwise, other than the chaotic order that we saw down in that, hell dungeon, we're fine.
You're fine with 4 HP.
I mean, like in terms of health status, is my bar red or is it yellow?
It's like it's yellow, definitely.
Okay, so I'm just kind of.
Like you've some visible wounds, probably covered up by your clothes. Although there's probably blood on your clothes.
I think you guys know my parents were clerics. I think that's a thing.
Well, I mean, it becomes pretty clear when you go into this house, right? It's well appointed. There's religious paraphernalia on the walls.
It's not like
guy answered the door with a breastplate.
It's not like I particularly brought it up, but I mean, I never hid it either. That I was the daughter of clerics. So, if you wanted to get healed,
I'm not going to ask.
So Unatra and
thank you.
and Alan and Duham, Dushi, and Durkin arrive back.
Yes. Okay. Oh, thank God. I mean, hey guys.
Mom, it's so good to see you.
Mm-hmm. There's a clear concern for you, but they're still not really super happy to have you here.
Yeah. Okay.
So
sounds about right.
Dushi
your
goes.
dad says, "Listen, you guys can't stay here. The police will be back to double check. That's what they do. That's their job, and it's clear that you aren't getting off light for any of this."
Do you know what we're charged with? I don't even know.
They wouldn't tell us. They just said that you were a person of interest in an active investigation.
And they didn't say what the investigation was?
No.
Okay. If there's time for them now, I would like to get more into the specifics of some of the stuff I saw, not just that they were worshippers, but, for example, I do mention that shrine did exist, with a rat on it. I mentioned the entire painting and what I could gather from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I don't know if that helps them know more about it that they can relay to us or anything like that.
I mean, without being able to see it and inspect it themselves, they're not going to really glean more. Do you tell them that the rat looked just like your family cat had, or are you going to bring that up? Because that's going to be news to everyone in the room.
I mentioned that, but I don't mention that I destroyed it, in anger or anything.
You do mention that you recognized the manner of death of the animal on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's something that Alan Verk and Durkin and Dushi could grab on if they wanted to.
Yeah, so I mentioned the manner of the death to them.
Yeah, it was just like our cat, presumably you say.
Yeah.
Does the cat have a name? Mrs. Nesbit. I just named your cat.
Okay. I mean,
all right.
I mean, you mentioned the shrine, and then you glean over the fact that you destroyed it, correct?
Yeah.
And then I go, oh yeah, there was that shrine that Unatra destroyed instantly. Yeah, that same shrine you just talked about. It's oh yeah, Unatra went ahead and destroyed that pretty fast. I wonder if this is what it's all about.
Mm.
Do they react? Do they respond?
Well, they're very interested to find out that you found another corpse that looked just like Mrs. Nesbit. Because this all would have gone down 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, you're talking about the cat one. Yeah.
Yeah, the cat and all of the just
something like
animals
that.
And stuff.
3, 4, or more. It wouldn't have been more recent.
Right.
When I was relatively young, it was the start of when.
Right. So they're very interested by that. They're like, really? They don't really seem to care that you destroyed the altar.
Okay. I could go more into specifics about exactly why it was the same.
Sure. I mean, presumably you described them exactly what you saw. And they're like, wow, that's that's very troubling. It seems clear that you didn't kill Mrs. Nesbit now.
Thank you for finally believing me. It
But
means a
still,
lot.
you can't stay here.
Right.
You have to leave, and I think we can keep you here until tomorrow night. But tomorrow night we're going to get you out of the city.
Okay. Can you?
Where are we going? Where do you think we should go? Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
Hmm.
Says Deglin.
Slash
And-
Francis.
Yeah, no idea what any of this might mean. The shrines, anything? Is there?
I mean, Erythnol is one of the ancient gods, and if there's a cult dedicated to bringing him about, that's very dangerous for us. But we don't know anything about any such cult.
Is it possible Adriana York could secretly be worshipping?
I mean, that seems pretty unlikely, don't you think?
I
I mean,
do.
what would she get out of worshiping a god of chaos?
You're right, but what would she get out of calling the cops on me for nothing?
What would they get out having us do extermination in that place, knowing that we would encounter that shrine?
Well,
Well,
all right. So out of character,
no,
have you
no,
told
no.
your parents that you busted into that shrine?
if we busted into the shrine, no, we told
That
them
you busted into the shrine, right? Because like, you found a locked trap door that led you underground, and then you went further underground and found a panel that busted into this shrine.
Okay. So
Right.
what we said was the locked. First of all, the locked door to the underground.
Mm-hmm.
We broke into with Adriana York's permission.
Right.
We explicitly told them. She said she didn't have the key, of which I assume Alan Verk goes like, I don't believe her. Like,
Yeah.
Alan Verk straight up didn't trust her, and she seemed like she was hiding something to him. But I
Right.
mean, whether his opinions probably don't matter to my parents too much. But that is stated, right? And then
Yep.
we mentioned that, like, yeah, we found, you know, a little crack into an underground thing where we thought the more exterminations, like where the source of the rats were coming from. So when we went down, that's when we saw all these shrines.
Well,
and things like
I mean,
that.
it sounds like she may not have had any idea that that was down there, at least not initially.
So I can agree enough with that. The biggest problem is I don't understand why she would have called the cops. Do you not find that suspicious at all? There was no reason. We just went down to perform our job, and when we came up, we were.
I mean, if you're going to dig up a worship, if you're going to dig up an original worshipping cult in her literal backyard, she probably doesn't want that story getting out.
Right, I understand that. That's why I'm trying to. We never communicated that with Adriana York. When we
Mhm.
came up, there was never a communication with her that we found this thing. So she.
And you were there,
I think at the very least she knows about it.
and you never left.
Never left what?
Well, so you showed up, you went underground, and then immediately when you came back above ground, she was already had the police on you. You didn't like. This is all over the course of one day.
Oh no, I tell them that we didn't find anything underground like suspicious. The first day we just saw a padlock, and we said that it led deep down somewhere, and we would have to come back the next day before we could explore it and find
I see.
where to exterminate. And then from then it was one day. We went down there, then we discovered everything, and when we came up, before we could even mention it, we were surrounded. She was pointing at us.
So how long were you gone?
Like 6 hours?
It wasn't
You were gone overnight,
4 hours? I don't remember.
like 20-ish hours. You called it an early day, went home, got your night's rest, and came back the next day.
Oh, you're taking total.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like that. If you're talking about the second round, it was maybe like 6 hours, I would assume.
Mhm.
Right, but like she had 20 hours to basically figure out what was going on and formulate a plan.
Yeah, no, right.
A lot of time,
My
yeah.
goal is not to try to find the incentive of Adriana York. My goal is to try to at least tell my parents that it's super suspicious. Like Adriana
Oh
York.
yeah, I mean they're on board with that. They don't like that bitch.
So like the fact that the connection to her and maybe a secret shrine of Anthel, while it seems ridiculous, there's not many options for me to conclude to right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can only assume she has some type of knowledge or something to do with it. And it doesn't seem like a good thing. Like, it can't be just ignored.
Do Natra's parents believe her, basically? Like, do we see that in her parents' eyes?
Yeah, roll a sense motive.
All right, roll sense motive. I have 0 on that. That's great.
13.
19.
Yeah, I mean, you think that they believe her.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just, again, whether they just decide to do this just to protect themselves and make sure to watch out for them themselves, even if they can't do, I would think that, I know it's like beyond them because it's like Aranthul or something, but they are still worshippers of Pelor. In general, they're good. So I would assume they would try to, I don't know what they would do on their end, but like I said, at the very least, if they're aware, they protect themselves.
Right.
Maybe they keep awareness.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
down the line they can provide help. If not, it's just options. Like I don't
right.
want them to be caught unprepared.
So your father thinks for a minute and says, "All right, this is what's going to happen. You guys can rest upstairs, but you have to stay inside with the curtains drawn tomorrow. I'll dismiss all of the servants tomorrow so that nobody sees you." And then I'm going to spend the day finding a way to get you out of the city. You can either take my help or you cannot, but tomorrow night you leave our home.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm all for taking the help. I mean, I guess it depends on what the exact plan is, but for the most part, I trust my parents.
Okay.
And family. I convey this to the rest of the group.
Yes,
like,
we agree. We're like, okay, that sounds good. All right.
they're good people.
I mean, hopefully Paul and Chris will be able to make it next time, and we'll get their opinions on whether you should take the help. But
okay,
until then, I think they probably would be fine taking the time to just wait it out.
I asked if they could heal me and my friends, and I also asked if they have any type of spare clothes that we could wear that isn't just our exterminator outfit. Well, I guess we have our regular clothes. So.
Yeah, we have a regular clothes.
So I guess that's not a big deal.
Yeah, so they have the spells to heal you guys. They'll cast heal, cure light wounds on each of you that's hurt. Cure light wounds does like 1d8 plus 5, so I think everybody gets automatically healed all the way to full.
Holy shit! Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
Clerics are crazy valuable. The fact that you guys don't have one has been a pretty massive setback in the planning.
Yeah, if only someone decided to become a cleric instead of studying necromancy. What kind of
yeah
freaking jerk does that? Yeah.
All right.
Cool. This is a good. Yeah, I feel like this is a good place to pause.
Feels like a good breaking point.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something my parents would say too.
You are at the Chorster home. Congratulations. And next week we'll find out what his plan is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do want to remember this for this time in case I forget. I want to ask if my parents have any type of religious text that I can read, maybe more about Aranthal, so I know what's going on. Or
yeah, we can do a gather information check for that next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a data burn. Your parents probably have a decent library.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. So, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
And this session, of course, is recorded. I'll upload it to YouTube so the other two can catch up later.
Great.
If they want to. I assume they're...
Yeah, I mean, I'll drop a summary as usual.
Cool. All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
All right.
Peace out, guys.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.